Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Today, we're diving deep into the last episode of Squid Game Season 2. We know you've all been waiting for this moment, and now it's finally here. We're going to break down the key events, hidden details, and of course, the major twists that you might have missed. So, let's get into it. Episode 7 of Squid Game Season 2 starts this finale with Thono stabbed in the neck with a fork. Blood gushes over Myunggi's face, and unfortunately, this results in several different individuals killed. With that very same fork in the bathroom, soldiers stand outside the door and do absolutely nothing to stop it, and eventually 5 people lose their lives in the brawl. These deaths causes an even bigger rift between the two teams when they arrive back at the dorms. Time is very much of the essence here, and while luck seems to be on Ji-hun and the other exercides, it remains to be seen if anybody changes their minds or not in the upcoming vote, if they even make it that far, of course. Meanwhile, out at sea, the captain is found messing about with the drone, and unfortunately, he stabs the drone pilot several times and then throws him overboard to hide the evidence. It turns out the captain is actually crooked and working against them. But for now, Woo Seok and Junho are none the wiser to what's going on. Back in the game, No-Yul is subdued and the officer learns that she's playing by their rules, at least for now anyway. The soldiers are briefed and told to get ready, as there's about to be a special game underway shortly. Of course, this is going to be an assault as soon as it hits dark, but Ji-hun believes they should direct their anger at those on the upper levels and in control rather than their fellow contestants. Of course, all of these guys are unaware that In-ho is working against them. As soon as it hits lights out, Ji-hun organizes the troops to get under the beds and not attract any attention to themselves. Of course, all those on the O team stab as many of their enemies as possible, causing chaos. Ji-hun decides to take a small sacrifice in order to end the game, not telling everybody to get under the bunks to try and keep their plan a surprise. In the wake of this drama, Min-soo tries to kill Namgyu, but he misses after throwing a glass off the top bunk, and eventually the guards head in and settle the situation. This is precisely what Ji-hun is waiting for. With the attention diverted, the group work together to take control of the soldiers, pouncing on them and taking the guns for themselves. A shootout ensues in the dorms, and the soldiers are eventually forced to flee. This is just so the guards can get reinforcements though, and after shooting out the cameras and seizing as much ammo and guns as they can, the group attempt to recruit more reinforcements to storm the control room and stop the game. A lot of people are reluctant, but Yungbei manages to help sway some of them to their side. They each have radios, and with a soldier held captive, they get out the dorms and prepare to head for the HQ. Of course, they come under heavy fire the entire way on the hallway, and their hostage ends up being killed too. The shootout is intense as it takes place in the hallway, but Ji-hun grabs the mask needed to pass security and goes on ahead, away from the other soldiers. Yungbei and Ji-hun manage to pass security and make it into the management area, working together to divert attention and snatching up ammunition from any guards they kill on the way. While they fight up to the control room, Daeho heads back from the group to try and find some more magazines as the group are running dangerously low on ammunition. Despite getting the magazines back, Ji-hun hands over his clip to In-ho, who catches up and believes there's a way out. Unfortunately, Daeho has a change of heart and abandons his comrades in all this chaos. Unwilling to go through with this anymore, Hyun-Ru susses something is up and decides to head back to the dorms as well. Back at the purple hallway, the groups fight and In-ho inevitably makes his move, betraying the rebels and shooting them in the back. He radios through to Ji-hun and claims that they've been killed, but of course the reality is very different. Ji-gun falls for it once more, believing his friend is dead, before he fires one more shot and switches the radio channel. Next, In-ho radios through to the soldiers, telling them to wrap it up. Soldiers storm the dorms, where Hyun-Ru is encouraged by Young Sik's mum not to move and get involved. She complies, while the rest of the rebels find themselves killed, even those who surrender, in the wake of overwhelming odds. The exception here is, of course, Ji-hun, given he has massive plot armor. The front man faces Ji-hun and kills Yungbei right in front of him. As he screams to the heavens, the season comes to an end. However, there is a mid-credits sequence though, showing the players left facing a new game, which appears to be a variation of red light. Green light, however, there are 2 dolls this time. So there you have it, guys, a quick breakdown of Squid Game Season 2, Episode 7. Let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comments below.